Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Gia Giudice says RHONJ cast is jealous of her. Gia Giudice was just a child when she first started appearing on The Real Housewives of New Jersey, but she's never been afraid to speak her mind. In a podcast interview, Teresa Giudice's oldest daughter said that the RHONJ cast is jealous. Keep reading to find out why. The Real Housewives of New Jersey viewers have watched Gia Giudice quite literally grow up before their eyes. She was just 8 when the show debuted in 2009. Now 23, Teresa's oldest daughter is a college graduate with a degree in criminal justice studies. She put plans to go to law school on hold to embrace the social media influencer lifestyle while it's still hot. RHONJ fans are divided over Gia's continued presence on the Bravo show. She often films confessionals and puts herself in the middle of the drama. Teresa Giudice launched a new podcast in June after leaving her previous podcast. She brought Gia onto the show earlier this week as a guest. The two spoke about their close relationship. Gia said that she's always had her mom's back and always will. According to Monsters and Critics, Teresa's daughter added that the other RHONJ stars are jealous that they don't have the same type of relationship with their own kids. I'm very much an adult, but the people who also say that about me are just they're very insecure and jealous. They're jealous because they don't have somebody like me on their side. While some fans want Gia Giudice to join RHONJ as a full-time housewife, others think she needs to learn her place. She's often accused of being disrespectful to her mom's co-stars, as well as her Uncle Joey. Gia once had a tense confrontation with Teresa's brother that left viewers feeling annoyed. But according to Gia, she's never been out of pocket with the RHONJ cast. I have never been disrespectful. I've always voiced my opinion, and I've always had my mother's back, she said. She added that the other women involve her in the drama. A lot of these women have involved me and have involved my name in things. Gia Giudice shared a message for anyone who had a problem with her supporting her mom. I will always speak my opinion. I will always defend my mother. If you don't like it, then you should tell your kid to come on and stick up for you too. Gia Giudice has grown up in front of the cameras on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. From her first appearance as a sweet 8-year-old to becoming a fierce 23-year-old, Gia has evolved, not just in age, but in her role within the show. While the RHONJ drama once revolved around her mother, Teresa Giudice, Gia has become an integral part of the show. And now, she has a bold message for the cast. They're jealous of me. In a candid interview, Gia pulled back the curtain on what it's like to be a second-generation reality TV star, making it clear that the dynamics within the cast have shifted, especially when it comes to her. Gia steps into the spotlight. For years, Gia stood by her mother's side, occasionally offering her perspective during the more explosive moments. But in recent seasons, the eldest Giudice daughter has stepped out from the shadow of her mom and come into her own. Whether it's through her fiery social media posts or her direct confrontation with cast members on screen, Gia has proven she's not afraid to speak her mind. My whole life, I've watched my mom deal with the drama on this show. I never thought I'd be so involved, Gia said, reflecting on her journey. But now that I'm older, I'm seeing things differently. I have my own voice, and I'm not afraid to use it. It was this newfound independence that shifted the dynamic with the other RHONJ women. Gia's no longer the cute kid people once felt they needed to protect. Now, she's a fully grown adult, a force to be reckoned with, and, according to her, that's made her a target for jealousy. The accusations of jealousy. I think a lot of the women on the show don't like seeing me doing well, Gia boldly stated. They see that I'm building my own brand, that I'm popular with the fans, and that's threatening to them. Gia's popularity has skyrocketed in recent years. Her social media presence alone boasts millions of followers, and she's leveraged her platform to branch out into her own ventures, fashion collaborations, fitness promotions, and even stepping into the world of law after finishing her degree. People have always underestimated me because they remember me as the little girl crying on the show. But now they're seeing me as an adult, making moves, and it bothers them, Gia explained. I think some of the women are jealous of that. They've been on the show for years, and suddenly, I'm becoming just as relevant, if not more so. The tensions on set. Gia didn't shy away from naming names, though she stopped short of outright feuds. I don't want to call anyone out, but you can see it in the way they treat me. They'll smile in my face, but then the second I say something they don't like, it's a problem. She referenced several moments on the show where she felt disrespected by her mother's co-stars, especially during heated family moments. I've had to defend my mom so many times, and now that I'm standing up for myself too, they don't know how to handle it. It's like they want to keep me in my place. But Gia isn't willing to back down. I've watched my mom go through hell with these women, and I'm not going to let them do that to me. I know who I am, and I'm proud of it. The support from Teresa. If there's one thing Gia can count on, it's her mother's unwavering support. Teresa Giudice, the OG of RHONJ, has always been fiercely protective of her daughters, but she's also shown how proud she is of Gia stepping into her own spotlight. My mom is my biggest fan, Gia said with a smile. She's always encouraged me to go after what I want and not let anyone stop me. She knows how hard it is to deal with the women on this show, but she's also taught me how to handle it. The mother-daughter duo has formed an unbreakable bond, and Teresa isn't afraid to back Gia up when tensions rise. It's funny because I think some of the cast thought I would just be a little mini Teresa, but I'm my own person. I love my mom, but I'm also not afraid to disagree with her or have my own opinions. Gia recalled one moment in particular where she felt the women were trying to bait her into a confrontation. They wanted me to explode, but I've learned to stay calm. I think that frustrates them even more. I won't give them what they want. Fans rally behind Gia. Despite the tension within the cast, Gia has found a massive amount of support from RHONJ fans. Many viewers have watched her grow up on screen and are now rooting for her as she takes on more responsibility within the show and in her personal life. I get so many messages from people who say they followed my journey since I was a kid, and they're proud of me, Gia shared. It means a lot because I'm just being myself. I don't pretend to be something I'm not, and I think people appreciate that. She also credits her time on the show for teaching her invaluable lessons about loyalty, trust, and resilience. I've seen it all, the good, the bad, the ugly, and through it all, I've learned who my real friends are. What's next for Gia? As Gia continues to grow both personally and professionally, she's not ruling out a more permanent spot on RHONJ. Who knows what the future holds? I'm open to it. I've been on this journey for so long, it feels like home. For now, Gia is focused on building her brand, supporting her family, and standing her ground in a world where reality TV fame can sometimes feel like a battlefield. At the end of the day, I know who I am, and I'm proud of what I've accomplished. If they're jealous, that's on them. I'm just getting started. With Gia Giudice carving out her own path and refusing to let anyone bring her down, the future of RHONJ could look very different, and it might just revolve around this rising star.